Yo, what's going on, guys? DJS here, Collectivekicks.com. It is the 14th of December, and this is the weekly recap for this week. And gotta say, I'm nursing a pretty aggressive hangover from I did a 12 bars of Christmas thing yesterday, as most of you guys that follow me on Instagram or Twitter saw. I was posting pictures from each of the bars. It's kind of ridiculous. Feeling a little bit under the weather today as a result, but I'm gonna try to get through this. And gotta say, rye whiskey is the way to go. I don't know why. Vodka doesn't work very well for me. It gets me like crazy, like weird drunk, but like rye whiskey for some reason is amazing. Um, anyway, let's go ahead and get into this week's news. Lots of stuff to cover as usual. The Way Away 3s are available now, and there's a link in this article if you guys want to check it out. If you're interested in purchasing them, I'm going to wait for some other colorways. Definitely going to get a pair, but I just don't know which colorway necessarily. And they are $150. Also, the thing that PJ mentioned in this article was that the LeBron, similar to the LeBron 11s, it sounds like Wade has some issues actually wearing the sneakers themselves. So it'll be interesting to see what ends up happening with that if they make any sort of adjustments for Wade. But kind of sounds like some unfortunate little chain of events for Way of Wade. Hopefully, it won't affect sales too much. And the Way Away 2, they definitely hit the U.S. market more aggressively than the ones. And I'm curious to see what's going to happen with the threes. Moving on, Kicks Reason did an article on a OG colorway of the Reebok Insta Pump Furies, which is a pair of sneakers that I still want that I don't have. I want to find the right colorway for myself. Basically, Nike this last Saturday dropped 12 sneakers, and how much would it have cost if you bought all of 12 of them? I actually did a little calculation, and it would have been like over $2,100 for all of them. It's just a crazy weekend. There was so many pairs that dropped, really, really insane. That price is inflated because of the Lunar Endor boots, which are over 300 or 400 something dollars. I can't even remember. They're right there, 400 and something. But regardless, the prices are skyrocketing, and I'll get into that in a little bit because that's one of the main articles I wanted to cover. Also, I'm hearing rumors that these orders were canceled. If you guys didn't get in on this Timberland code, it's basically 50% off of everything on Timberland's website. It was a friends and family code that got leaked out, from what I understand. And it was like crazy. I actually bought some things, and if I actually get them shipped, I'll do an unboxing video. Because it ended up being less than 50%, even including shipping. Like, it was an extra cost for shipping, but it was less. I don't know how that works, but it was kind of madness. Anyway, pretty insane, and I definitely was a good deal, especially if you're buying $200 boots for like $100 or $90 or something like that. Is a great price. So curious if my order will get canceled. I'm not sure. I put in the order earlier when the code happened, and who knows? So I guess we'll wait it out and see. We get a first look at the Jordan M11 model and the Christmas colorway in particular. I think the model looks pretty sick. Personally, it looks like probably one of the best Melos that I've seen to date, and maybe I'm just saying that because I just like the overall design of the sneaker. I like the tongue, the pull tab. I like the overall shape of the model, and hopefully they'll come up with some really nice colorways for the M11 this year. I did an article on this just because there was a little bit of confusion, at least even from my end, like which AJ 29 comes in the gift of flight pack, because there's 3 different ones that we've seen so far. One of them dropped in a true legend, I was going to say true legend, I don't know, a legend blue kind of colorway right down here on the lower left hand side, and then the one on the upper right hand side is the one actually in the pack. The one below it with the Jumpman, the large Jumpman on the side, I'm not sure when those ones are going to be releasing. But there's 3 different colorways, all fairly similar, but all unique in themselves also. So kind of cool. I'm a fan of the Jordan 29. I think it's a great model. It's weird that we haven't seen that many colorways drop of it, though, because it's almost that time of year where we're going to start seeing the Jordan 30. So the Triple X, the Jordan 30. So I'm curious as to what's going to happen. It seems like they just didn't drop very many colorways of it. But and I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they mentioned it, and I was like, this is a really cool idea. Why didn't they come out with like the Jordan 29 EXT model, similar to what like the Kobe's and the KDs and stuff did. Because if they did have an EXT model, how cool would it be to have, instead of the woven material upper, to have like a croc leather or something like that upper? And I don't know. I just think it could kind of be pretty rad to see something like that on the sneakers. But it was an interesting comment, and I was like, yeah, that's actually a pretty rad idea. Moving on, if you guys did not know, 30% off of Adidas.com. It's still going on through, I think, the 19th, so get on it if you haven't. It even counts for the clearance items. I marked off some of them in here for you guys to be able to see, but pretty crazy, because there's some pretty decent prices on there. The Tubulars in particular, I just did a review on those, and there's like 6 colorways of the Tubulars that you can get for $77 shipped. Amazing price for the sneaker. As well as any of the new basketball Christmas pack and like the Pure Boosts and stuff. Everything is 30% off with that code of friends. So check out that article. Check a link to the site and start shopping, man. Add things to your cart and see the savings. It's pretty amazing. And considering you can get so many different things for like a $200 price point, I mean, multiple sneakers for the same price as it costs for like one newer sneaker nowadays. It's totally worth it in my opinion. Kanye, I don't even know what the hell. Converse Patta collection. That's crazy. Look at all the different colors on that. There's like so many different versions of that sneaker. Smiley wrote that article. It looks like it's a little bit of a anniversary going on there. Adidas Tubular review video. I did that comparison to the Boosts and the Roshi runs and whatnot. So yeah, that was kind of a fun one to actually do as well. Let's move it down. This one is a Nike Air Flight Huarache PRM Quick Strike Trash Talking. This one's being released, I think, in a couple weeks or so. And Mofo did an article on that one if you guys want to check it out. And moving on to the next, Macklemore sporting the AJ11 Legend Blues and the Pantones. What a lucky bugger that Macklemore is. Kind of crazy. I hope I can score both of them this holiday season. Probably not likely, but the Pantones are going to be tough to get. The Legend Blues, I was going to do a different article on it showing the Legend Blue map, because a lot of other blogs did the article, and I did one of those, I think, last year. They're not limited. I mean, they're making a ton of the Legend Blue 11s, but they're going to be difficult. They're going to be difficult to get because everybody wants them. So, I mean, it doesn't matter how many stores get them, like, and how many pairs they get per store. They're going to sell out like crazy. The demand is super duper high on those. And it's one of those ones that I wanted to double up of as well, so we'll see what happens. The Pantone 11s was a wrench that they threw in the pot. I can't believe they're dropping them. It's super random still to think about, but those ones are going to be much more limited than, obviously, than the Legend Blues, but they're more limited, and they come bundled with those other AJ29s, and the price point is $500, dudes. That's like some serious change. $500, just a lot of money. Nike Air Max 2015 reflective silver. My wife is vacuuming right now. Hold on, let me try to shut this door. My wife is I told her I'm going to record this video, and she's vacuuming. She always does this like every time. It's hilarious. Anyway, Nike Air Max 2015 reflective silver colorway, pretty sick if you ask me. And I think that if you guys didn't see Fomer Simpson's video on the Air Max 2015, man, that was a sick video. It was like the perfect. It was just a short video, but it was like the perfect promotion for the sneaker, as like also the perfect like video from Fomer. Because from what I understand, obviously from the video and from talking to him, just like through text message and stuff, he moved back to New York from Florida. So like he was really excited to be home, and like you could tell from the video and the passion in the video that he's proud to be home in New York, and he drew a lot of comparisons to the sneaker to New York, and it made sense, and it was pretty awesome. Collab Roundup, not sure what this is. You guys want to check this one out, feel free. NJ wrote this article talking about a lot of different collabs out there. Countdown link, there was a countdown link for another chance to get your Ronnie Feig, Central Park, and Brooklyn Bridge collaborations if you were trying to get them. I don't know if anybody lucked out on those links or not, but they were there. I believe it was an overseas one. Yeah, I don't know. Just another opportunity to get them. Now my dogs are in the room snorting away. The Kobe 9 highs, KRMs, EXTs release date 275 is the truth though. That's what's happening. I cannot believe they are dropping for 275. Crazy, crazy price, man. And those are happening on December 31st. Also on the 31st, we get the 4Lab 1 glow in the dark colorway. And out of the colorways of those 4Lab 1s, those are the ones I want. Obviously, they're the ones that probably everybody's going to want just because they glow in the dark. But the fact that the whole sneaker glows in the dark looks pretty badass, if you ask me. So definitely one of those ones that are on my radar. These Kobe's would be cool, except for the fact that they're 275. Not a chance I'm going to go for those. And I don't have any of the EXT high tops or the Kobe 9 Elite high tops either. So it is what it is. A LeBron 29 or what is it 21 sneaker, Nike store basically posted a typo on a pair of sneakers that are coming up, and it says 21 on it instead of obviously like 12. I thought it was a funny little typo, so I did a little article on that, and there was 7,500 pairs of LeBron 12s stolen, and pretty ridiculous. The guy stole a truck full of the LeBrons and was trying to flip them. Like, how does that work out? Like, you stole that many pairs of LeBrons, and they sold a couple hundred pairs of them out of the 7,500. Value of those retailed for $1.5 million. But they did a breakdown of the cost, and it was like $600 and something thousand or something that was of actual product, which translates to about $86 or so, like a pair. So that I think that's like the cost or the whole sale cost, or I'm not really sure, but pretty insane. But the guy got busted, so it doesn't really help to steal a truck full of sneakers and try to flip them, because I don't know. It seems like a really stupid idea. Anyway, Forgotten Friday, Kobe 6 Grinch, fitting time frame for that. D Strasner did a video on those, and that was probably the most coveted Christmas like release sneakers out of all of them. You guys leave a comment, let me know which one you think maybe has been more desirable than those ones, but those ones are the ones that everybody seems to want. Cool colorway, I just never got them. Also, the Air Jordan Future Premium Glow were spotted at the Nike factory store. The crazy thing about this is the factory store right next to me, so I wish I would have known about this earlier. JDD Elite did an article on this, and it's crazy because like there was a pretty good amount of them, but I heard that some resellers went in there and swooped up like 20 plus pairs of them and purchased the rest, which is a bummer. I would have paid $150 for them, but it's okay. There's so many other pairs out there that I want that it wasn't like an absolute need or anything. It is a cool colorway though, but with the holiday season right now, it's just insane with the amount of releases happening. So it wasn't an absolute need. Chicago Soul did a top 3 pickups of the year for himself. If you guys want to check that one out, feel free. And I did a article on this, and I'll focus on this for a second here. The rising sneaker prices plus rapid releases equals smothered. And it's just the way I feel like currently. Like I feel like there's so many releases, and I'll click on this one and go inside of this article and show you it. But there's so many releases that are happening right now. This is just a heads up. Like this is 20 pairs that dropped on Nike.com this last week. I mean, the Sherman's dropped, and then you had the College Pack. All 4 of those. Some Spizikes. You have the 13s, the Kobe's, the KD EXTs, this Element Pack or whatever this one was called. There's 4 pairs, 2 pairs of the boots, and then a pair of SBs, and then another Dunk Premium, and some Air Trainers, and then there was some other ones that I didn't add on here even. But the price points are just getting crazy. So I feel like there was so many releases. Now, granted, one thing I didn't mention in the article that's pretty relevant is the fact that this time of year is obviously when Nike is going to be pushing a ton of product, because it's for Christmas. Christmas is around the corner, so obviously they want to give as many options as they can out there for purchases. So I get that, but at the same time, like it's been pretty consistent almost all year, where every weekend there's 2 to 3, 5 major releases, and then now we're ramping up and it's 20 releases. It's just getting crazy. But I do like the fact that there's more opportunities to buy sneakers, but at the same time, I feel like there's so many releases, and then on top of the releases happening, the price points have gone up so high that the buying power for what we're used to paying for sneakers has tripled. Like I mean, $100 pair of sneakers like is would have been, I guess, considered average, or at least 150, and now you're hitting the 2 to 275 range. And it gets crazy because if it gets that high in price, the demand goes down, and if the demand goes down, the resale value goes down. And I mentioned down here the resale as being a major component. And so if you want to read this article again, check the description for a link, and you can go find this article, because this one it was one that I really spent some time actually writing, and for some valid reasons, I guess, for valid points. At least in my opinion. Like, you look at the EXT and the Elite line that Nike's doing, which is great that they're giving us a premium product, and that's one of those things that I asked for. I wanted Jordan Brand and whatnot, mostly Jordan Brand and the retros, to give us a higher quality material. I personally said from previous videos, like, I'll pay more for a pair of sneakers if they give us better quality materials. And next year they're doing the remastered series where they're giving us exactly what we were asking for. The downside to that is that's masked on top of all of these other releases that are happening. Now you're paying a premium price for hopefully a premium product, but you're also paying that premium price. And by the way, it's going to be like pretty much every weekend that there's going to be a drop, it seems like, or 2 or 3. So it gets, I guess one of the things is you kind of have to narrow down your focus. Like, for me, I'm a pretty, like, just like movies, I like watching a huge variety types of movies. Just like sneakers, like, I love my Nike sportswear stuff. I love my Nike running sneakers. I love Jordan retros. I love the Nike basketball line. I love Nike SBs. Like, so because I like all of these different things, the options out there, there's just so many stuff that's being dropped. But anyway, if you look at the article right here, you can see why I talk about the resale value and why it's important. Because to me, what I say is the resale value of the sneaker directly contributes to the demand of the sneaker, and it's true. If a sneaker resales at a $200 sneaker is, say, $300 to $600, and then it's in high demand. But nowadays, a sneaker drops for $200, and the value might be $250 on the resale market, which basically means that seller is breaking even. And if you sell a pair of sneakers for $250 and you paid tax on your sneakers, and maybe you paid shipping for the sneakers or not, but you're paying to ship the sneakers out, on top of the fact that you're paying eBay, PayPal fees potentially. I mean, you might be making $15 or $20 a pair, but at a $200 or $250 risk, that's not a smart investment. I mean, if it doesn't sell, you break even, or worse, you eat the cost, or you lose money. Like, so it's a really risky endeavor, not knowing if a pair of sneakers is going to sell, and if that's your full intent in being able to purchase them is based on that. So I don't know. There's lots of other angles to it. For somebody that just wants to buy the sneakers and buy sneakers on a regular basis, it kind of makes it kind of crazy feeling, because there's just so many things. I wanted those KD7 EXTs, but $200 was too much for me. I just couldn't do it. And the reason why, and you're like, some people are like, well, you paid X, Y, and Z for these other sneakers, and believe me, some of those ones that I paid $250 for, or even more, like, those are, it wasn't an easy choice. I mean, sometimes there's ones where I'm like, I definitely need these ones. It doesn't matter the price. Granted, I don't pay more than usually retail for a pair of sneakers. It's only on a very few occasions. But anyway, it's a subject I can talk about for quite a while. But regardless, as somebody that likes to consume sneakers and buy sneakers, the price points are scary, because they're rising. All the releases are happening, and it's making me definitely feel smothered. And 2015 is going to be no different. I'm hearing rumors that there's going to be some pretty insane pricing on some models that are coming through. I can't really say what, but it's going to be crazy, and people are going to be talking about it for sure when we start hearing more. Melo 1 confusion. PJ did an article on that with the Melo 1s, because they were available on just one site, Foot Action, which is really crazy. And they sold them, but I don't think they were supposed to sell them yet, from what I understand. Check the article to get a full understanding of it. I didn't actually get a chance to check the article, but yeah, pretty crazy. PJ did also the announcement of the release, which ended up happening. 2014 Nike Basketball Christmas Collection, official images. A lot of people aren't really feeling this pack, and I gotta say the LeBrons are definitely ones I like the best out of the pack. Price points I think 220 on them, which is kind of unfortunate, but I don't know, man. Uh, when I went to my bar crawl the other day, the dude was wearing the LeBron 11 Christmas ones, and I was like, man, I missed out on those ones. I should have got those ones. I had so many tries or opportunities to get them, but I wanted to get them at employee store price, and I didn't. So I never got them, and now I'm like, oh man, I'm kind of regretting that. Anyway, kind of crazy. Melo won on Foot Action. If you guys didn't see this one again, that was an article from JD Elite. And he also did another article with the official release info of the Ultimate Gift of Flight, which is happening, as you guys know or don't know, on the 23rd of December, which is just right around the corner, really. And then leaked images of the Melo ones. People were saying the shoe games, I don't think, caught on to what was happening in time. But the images were already out there. In fact, obviously right afterwards they were available to buy, so kind of crazy. Pusha T, Adidas Originals, Mr. Hype did an article on that. Pretty crazy. Pusha T, I don't know if you guys even know who that is, but it seems like the younger guys are learning who he is. But Clips was super badass back in the day, dude. Grinding was my track. That song was ridiculous, and Pharrell did that beat. That was like the last of a good generation of music to me, honestly. Anyway, Kicks Reason did an article on the Diamond Fury returning in 2015. This is interesting to see, though. Kicks Reason doing a Nike article, because he's Mr. Reebok for sure. So shout out Kicks Reason for doing that. Nike ID design contest giveaway. If you guys did not know yet and you didn't see my previous videos, I am doing a design contest giveaway, 2 pairs of Nike IDs. Go check out the video or check out this article, get some information about what's included and how to do it and how to submit your entry. But we've gotten, I want to say, over 1,000 entries so far. I actually haven't checked my email because it was so crazy. We were getting hit so many times from different people and different emails. It's literally been insane. So I know we had over 700 the last time I looked, but I'm pretty sure it's well over 1,000. So get your entries in. On the 19th is when it ends, which is only 5 days away, and then we're gonna narrow down the winners. Nike SB Dunk Low BHM 2015. You can see the colorways that they kind of went with the black and white, and I did see the 29s. They do have a Jordan 20. Well, maybe I'm not supposed to say that yet. I don't know. But maybe I can. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure, I'm not confirming anything, but there's a Jordan 29 Black History Month colorway that we could potentially be seeing. I'm assuming they'll do an AJ1 as well. I'm not sure. But I guess we will find out soon. I think that is coming up around the corner, so we'll find out more about the BHM collection. But the dunks are out. As you can see, Bango Buck did that article. I did this article as well, top 5 sleepers on Nike.com. And the reason why I did this one is because there's just some random pairs out here that are available that nobody really talked about that look pretty cool. So one of them, obviously, the KD5 Trey 2s, or is that KD Trey 5-2? And there's 2 different colorways. This colorway, the second one down here at the bottom, is pretty badass with that red back of the sole area. Flight Squad Premiums look pretty nice. And then I did another one on the Nouveau Air Jordan 1 mids. Those things are sleepers in my opinion as well. They're just dope shoes, and they don't get any respect because they're not the highs or the OG colorways. Tiffany colored trainers, kind of crazy. I'm a fan of the trainers, and it's crazy that they did like a Tiffany-esque sort of colorway. And then the number one I did is the Air Max 90 Premium Bamboos, just because they look dope, and $120 isn't a bad price for them, and they're in stock for a premium product, not bad. Did an article for the early release links of this Hypercross collection, and I was trying to get those Oregon ones just for a buddy, but struck out on those ones. Steals and Deals Flight Club. Who would have ever thought that is something put in the same sentence? But check out that article if you guys are interested in seeing what was available. 708 Chicago did that one, and Ray Schmurder did this ChampsSports video for the 30 spot. If you guys want to check that out, feel free. It's pretty rad. And kind of cool that ChampsSports is getting some random talents in to do like kind of commercial stuff. This is the other big thing that I wanted to talk about, so I apologize that this video is longer. But Nike suing ex-Nike designers that left Adidas. Now, I didn't link it in this article, and I I thought about doing a follow-up, but honestly, it was just too difficult to figure out how to link the document. And I didn't know if anybody would be really interested in it. If you guys are, leave a comment, and I'll try to follow up and do a follow-up with the actual document. What I'm talking about is they actually have a 50-page court papers that they're serving up from this lawsuit, and it's pretty ridiculous. Like, at first I was like, Nike's suing the designers because they're mad that they left. Like, in summary, you hear a title like what is happening, and that's what you think. You're like, they're selling them, they're suing them for $10 million in damages. It's like they're just mad that these designers left. But then you get looking into the article more and seeing the lawsuit and the claims and stuff. And some of the stuff Adidas says, or the designers' lawyers say that Nike's taking things out of context. Like, one of the dudes had a broken laptop, and from the broken laptop, he handed it back, but he had a backup hard drive with all of the sensitive materials on, and he never handed it back in to Nike when he was done. Another guy zipped files of designs for future sneakers that have not released for signatured athletes, and zipped those files and sent them to himself. But some of that sounds really, really fishy. But like, there's times at work where I send myself files or whatever. Like a personal budget file that I've had or something. I mean, I don't know. There's definitely times where stuff like that could happen. But they also, these three were sending messages back and forth to each other from what it says, and they were sending messages back and forth talking about leaving Nike and starting this whole thing. And somebody else was even saying that they were talking about starting their own spinoff away from Adidas as their own branding. I'm not sure specifically on that. I need to actually go through and read the entire document. I'm just not one that sits down and reads like that. But what do you guys think about this whole situation? Because this is a big deal. The three designers that have a 1 year no non-compete in place, so they can't actually start working for Adidas for a year. But the fact that they were kind of colluding together to try to leave Nike and stuff seems a little bit fishy. Sounds a little bit fishy. But I don't know what's really going to happen from this. It's definitely not a good look for the designers, Nike or Adidas, to be frank. Like, this type of stuff hits home because obviously I'm in the city where we're in the state where Beaverton and Portland, where the headquarters for Nike and Adidas both are. So it's kind of crazy and sad to hear about. And I'm a fan of both brands, but there's definitely some tensions rising between them, especially with this. Anyway, leave your comments in the comment section. Anything you guys want to say about that? I'm curious what you guys have to say. Reebok Pump Court Victory and A-Life returning this month. Kind of crazy. Those ones. I actually remember those ones from back in the day. Kicks Reason did an article on that. And Nike announces the ACG return. I did not even know that. Smiley did an article on that. That's actually pretty rad. The ACG obviously stands for All Conditions Gear, if you guys did not know. And dude, I've been a fan of ACG for a long time, and it's a market where they could excel in, and there's a huge market for outdoor type of stuff. That type of stuff could sell like at REIs and other sort of stores like that. So it's not necessarily a lifestyle sneakers sort of stuff, but more like outdoorish hiking sort of sneakers, which is, I think, cool. But sneakers and stuff, and Reebok question mids, 15 stars. Kicks Reason did an article on that. And let's hurry up this video. I know we're running out of time. I like to talk, but it is how it kind of works out. Chicago Soul did an exclusive interview for De Jesus. I don't know what this is. De Jesus Customs. If you guys want to check that one out, feel free. And it's kind of cool that he gets an exclusive look and a talk with a guy. He's in a couple of those now, which is pretty nice. And Air Max 93 Bright Citrus. And gold Jordan 1 mids GS's. Smiley did that. I love gold. That's awesome. Those are actually pretty sick though. So that is that's from Smiley. And then the Clot Lunar Force 1 10-year anniversary Smiley did as well. And these ones are available in the line here. LeBron 12s. Gary Payton's son got a glove PE, and I talked about that last week, and just wanted to show you guys what they look like. It's pretty crazy. And then release date for the Comfort PRM Quick Strike. Obviously, that happened last week. And then the release date for the Christmas pack, 26th. And the Dazzle release date happened this week, same as the Lunar. So a lot of those ones. It's funny how, how everything just kind of shows up, and it's like, oh, FYI, everything is releasing right now. It's just insane. Looks like Sneakers and Stuff gets a zoomed Talaria. I don't know how to say that right. Those are a throwback for sure. If you guys don't know the Talarias, Samar did that one. I did a Northern Lights comparison video, and then also Air Force One Comfort Premiums, and then there's the Air Stab, which is coming back. Which I've seen there's a whole bunch of different colorways of the Air Stabs coming back. I actually have an OG pair, not an OG pair, but like one from the last round that they had. It's crazy that they're coming back because I think that they changed the name or removed them because Stab was on the shoe, and obviously I don't know, they didn't think it meshed well, and so I heard rumors that they were going to pull the naming Stab off of the sneakers, but looks like they didn't. I think those are some fresh looking sneakers though. Hopefully they come out with some cool colorways. That's definitely one. If I could see a Nike Air Stab for the Dornbecker line, that would be insane, but I don't think they would actually do that just because of the naming convention. Anyway, that's pretty much all we have for this week's weekly recap. Check back for some more videos soon. I have tons and tons of videos coming, more unboxing videos that I haven't posted, more review videos with on-foot sections that I haven't posted yet, thrift store videos that I haven't posted yet. There's so much going on. I'm just trying not to like do more than one or so videos a day, but this next week I might do two a day on some of the days. But thank you guys for watching and listening. Have a good rest of the day. I'm going to go ahead and continue to nurse this hangover because yikes, man. 12 bars of Christmas destroyed me. We'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Peace, guys.